When you be hearing what these girls go through with dudes, like, when you actually get out of that stupid-ass fucking manosphere and realize that women are human beings who have real experiences that are at the mercy of men who don't think they are, then you realize, this is specifically because I know I have to make one of these videos now. Again, I didn't feel like it was my place, but there's a video that I just reposted that reminded me, like, it's important that I have these conversations as well. You're gonna, like, the reason why the man versus bear conversation was so, like I just looked over it, and even, like, I will more times than not believe women over everything, and that's at the mercy of accidentally blaming a dude, because once you know what these girls go through, you're gonna realize that it was never man versus bear. It's literally bear versus bear, but society is convincing you that one of them is a man because it shaves and sometimes showers. And also it can lie to you and say that it's not going to hurt you, having full intention of doing so, when the other one you can just expect. So this is why I speak like I do about community, more so than like how we're supposed to fulfill these roles as men and women. I just speak for community. And if you think you're a human being who can participate in that, then feel free to be a part of what we got going here. Because we need each other so fucking bad, bro. You don't understand, bro. And we as men, you don't realize we're so hell-bent on destroying the livelihood of women because we need them more than they need us. And we're afraid that they're going to recognize that and never come back to help us at all. This is why I speak so much about patriarchy as well. It's nothing to do with actually being this masculine man, this grand man. It's really just about feeding off the being able to serve up and then get people drunk on the nostalgia created by this illusion of a man that was really just propaganda to sell the nuclear family, while also stopping people from making any other types of communities other than ones that would probably result in more kids than that could be taken care of, leaving the predator powerful elite of our society to make sure they have access to as many fresh babies as possible for whatever sick games they like to play in New York and Hollywood. And you're gonna have to get to a point too as a dude where you just completely hop off of that, like, well, I'm one of the good ones, like, it literally does not fucking matter, bro. If you knew how many absolute asswipe human beings existed that happen to gender themselves as men, you'd be like, wow, I'm literally like a grain of sand in the wind. And I'm not telling you that as a means of like giving up on the fight that we have to do as means of making sure that we're protecting and taking care of all the human beings in our community, especially the more marginalized ones than others. Like, I just want you guys to understand fundamentally, especially dudes, if you listen to this video, when you're standing so tight, so connected to these other manosphere losers, just lamos at the end of the day, I want you to make sure that you're not constantly just attached to them back to back to back while pointing at everybody who's outside of your community because we don't get it. I want you to take 1 second to stop pointing that finger and screaming all these words at other people and turn and look back at the people inside your community and genuinely see if these are people you want to be like. And the only reason why I feel like it's so much harder for you to make that decision and have that discernment in today's day and age is because most of these conversations and most of this community engagement is happening online. You don't have to engage with these people who don't shower by choice for 6 weeks or 6 months. You don't have to engage in real time with these people who have never cleaned their bedroom at all. Their mom still comes week to week to clean their bedroom, and they're online talking about how much they hate women because women expect too much. You don't have to engage with just like you don't have to sit in those in-between awkward moments where you actually have to endure the consequences of saying some like irrationally derogatory thing in real time. Because a lot of you guys, I hate to say it, can't fight. The only fighting that you do is on Fortnite or Call of Duty. Y'all don't even play Mortal Kombat no more. So ask yourself, are we all banded together in this community of grand men who are doing things like getting jobs and actually having healthy relationships and actually reinvesting money into the community we want to see built rather than waiting on blonde Jesus or somebody else, a billionaire probably, to care about us more than we care about each other and ourselves enough to reinvest in the betterment of ourselves? Or are we just in this community because we still haven't healed from the trauma that we experienced at the hands of probably a non-man, but it more times than not stems from the trauma that was inflicted by our parents or our immediate circumstances. And existing in this trauma-bonded cult as a means of pushing the responsibility away from ourselves to change our circumstances and heal from the trauma we've been through, projecting it onto other people. And on top of that, getting increasingly more and more and more angry and volatile at the fact that those people that we perceive to steal opportunities from us, to hurt us, to traumatize us, those people are still living a healthy life on the other side of the negative experience that we had. That I, the manosphere man-child, seemingly happen to be the only person who still gives a fuck about. Like, I really would love if people in that community would be able to, like, actually have some kind of self-awareness in the sense that you look around the glass house that you're in. Because do you not hear, like, the leaders in your community? These are 35-year-old, 40-year-old. These guys, like, you either have an abuse kink. It's like, it almost feels like that whole manosphere cult only exists for the most part because at least those, like, grifting, predatory dudes who also, like, don't get girls and, like, really don't respect women, period. So it doesn't even matter if they get girls or not. They're the only people that are willing to be vulnerable enough to say, look at you, little boy. The world isn't treating you right. Well, how about you come and join us and we're going to go be big, burly, strong 1950s men. And we're going to save the world together by sitting here and screaming at everybody that we hate, actualizing their human life through the newfound experiences they can have on the other side of not being dehumanized through legislative government. So instead of being the strong men that we want to be and, you know, crafting a way for ourselves in this new world where, like, other people are humanized, like the ones we were able to step on top of to create or craft our masculinity, we just straight up go out of our way to hurt women. Or we put our arms together in the same cult psychosis that I keep on describing, and we scream and shout and let it all out at all the people who've been doing us wrong and who are hurting us in this life and making it harder for us to be men. Like, wait a second. I thought we were men. Why does it take the This is why I have the conversations that I do, and I understand that most of you guys just don't listen. Like, I don't know if it's like cotton in your ears or there's just nothing kind of in between them, but I'm going to conclude this by saying I honestly think men are animals. Most men are animals. And you literally have to have, like, so many of the rules that we live under in our society are a means of taming those animals, but because we don't even care about doing that, and powerful people can hide behind those human animals to do whatever they want with a human society, they just punish people who don't know how to align with the manufactured animalistic nature of men, which can be, if possessed, if you want to call it, that sounds weird, but if you can possess an insecure, a traumatized and ignorant man, you literally get to use an animal with human intellect to do whatever the fuck you want. Think about how crazy that type of shit is. So it's either, like, protect the whole entire world from men, but then convince those same men that you're protecting the world from, that the only reason why you're protecting the world from them is because they're these grandeur soldiers and army men or whatnot. Or just say, like, hey, you know, you're an animal and we need to look down, not like down to you, but down as a means of educating you. So you, the intellectually vulnerable species, boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, can effectively participate in a community that includes more people than just men. Because if men aren't looking to surrender to a community of other people every single time, literally every single time in human history, that ends up being two men agreeing on something and then destroying the whole entire world, backing it by an army of these animal men that I keep on describing. Final random piece here, because this whole video sounds schizophrenic anyway. I believe there's a alien species that is already living here, and they came here being, actually, I'm not even gonna say that. Has something to do with the aliens that we're looking for to, like, invade us. They created their own AI species, which happens to be man, and then integrated that species into humanity, and we're living with them right now. So the AI singularity is going to happen, and you're going to wake up to see that it's already been here.